Yeah, I wanted to do a short tutorial regarding making a floating ornament with using your laminator. The items that you'll need is your thermal laminating pouches. I had gotten this paper, the matte paper at Meijer's. It was like $6.99, $7.99 for 80 sheets, prints on either side, so that I could use it for other items, but then I figured this would work really good for the floating ornaments, and the laminating sheets makes the insert thick enough where it's not going to roll or curl. I went to my printer. I don't know what type of print work or Photoshop that you have, but I just printed out 4 on an 8 by 11, 8.5 by 11. Then I run it through my laminator. I have created a template to run these, cut these out on the Explorer, and then I've marked this mat just to make it easier for myself so that I have an instant template when I run it to cut it. So I'm going to first take my paper with my photos in it, run it through the laminator. That'll take maybe 3 seconds or so. And got to double check my cut settings. I think I had it at poster board when I cut it because it's such a thick paper, and it just makes it easier when it cuts out versus cutting out 3 or 4 times. I'm going to allow this to cool for about a half a second, and then I'm going to send the design to my Explorer. I haven't done a tutorial for quite a while, so please bear with me. I have a setting on here that I have it set at the 3-inch mark, and then also on Designer Space I also have it at the 3-inch mark so that it cuts for me at the same location each time. I'm going to let this cool off for just a moment. Then what I do is I cut each picture into the 4th that I've made it for. That way I'll cut each one individually. Now this template that I have is for the larger Christmas ornament that I've got at Dollar Tree. They're kind of short in view right now, but I've been picking up a couple here or there. Then I have my template here. I'll take this part off because this is where my stem's going to cut. It's one mat I'm just going to use for the ornaments. And I kept this part from the previous. It shows me where I want to cut it at, and it will give me my setting or where it's going to cut. And I leave it enough up here so that it's going to make the stem for the ornament. Now I'm going to insert it to my Explorer, let it cut, send my design over. It'll take about a minute or so. I'll take my top off my ornament, and it's going to go ahead and cut. Okay, as you can see here, it did cut exactly where I wanted it to, and it cut pretty well. I didn't use a deep cut blade, I just used a poster board setting. Now I'm going to roll this without putting too much pressure on it so I don't bend it. Just bleeding a little bit more careful with the laminator paper. Roll it in nice and taut. Push it in. And there you go. If you want it to stick up a little bit higher, I just take a piece of thread, run a little hole in it before putting it in, and then putting the lid back on or the cover back on to keep it in place. That way you can adjust where you want it to float at, or if you just want it free floating, you can do it as such. I do apologize, I haven't done a tutorial for a while. But once you got your template in, again, I just put a little string usually up on the top here. And then your ornament stays doesn't curl, and it floats as you choose it to be. So I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, again, I do apologize. I haven't done a tutorial for quite a while. Please do ask any questions. I'll be more than happy to help you. Thank you so much. Have a blessed holiday and happy crafting.